For most of my working life, I was the quiet one in the room. While everyone else filled the whiteboard with arrows and sticky notes, I watched and I listened. I saw the patterns in the data long before I said anything about them. And when I finally spoke, usually right at the end, I would summarize the whole problem in a few sentences. Someone would always say the same thing. Why did you not say that an hour ago? I never had an answer for them. I only knew that my mind does not rush. It maps. I always knew there was something different about me, although for most of my life I called it something wrong. It was not wrong. I was a pattern seeker, and I had no language to say so. I was 50 years old before anyone gave me that language. The diagnosis was high-functioning autism, and it changed my life. It almost felt like being born again. Suddenly, my childhood made sense. The rooftop I climbed to escape the noise of the house, the exhaustion that followed every family gathering. And so did 30 years in technology, alongside colleagues I had never quite been able to read, who now looked a great deal like me. Two books explain me to myself. The first is The Pattern Seekers by Simon Baron-Cohen. His argument is simple and enormous: the drive to find structure where others see chaos, to ask how a thing works and whether it can be made better, is the engine that has powered human invention for 70,000 years, and that drive runs unusually strong in autistic minds. Reading it, I recognized the architecture of my own brain. What colleagues had called obsession was precision. What looked like slowness was depth. I was not lagging behind the room. I was traveling further into the problem. And I finally understood why so many people I have worked with in technology and artificial intelligence think the way that I do. Machines learn by finding patterns. So do we. I do not agree with everything in that book. Baron-Cohen's theory has been read fairly, I think, as suggesting that autistic people are short on empathy. That has not been my experience. We do not feel too little. Most of us feel far too much, and we withdraw because of it. Read the book anyway, then read the people who argue with it. But my real quarrel with the book is not about empathy. It is about arithmetic. The pattern seekers counts what the pattern seeker builds. It does not count what building it costs him. I know that cost precisely because I paid it. Some years before my diagnosis, I sat in my car one morning with my hands on the steering wheel, and I could not start the engine. I was not sad, I was empty. The thought of another day of meetings, of small talk, of performance was simply impossible. For decades, I had been praised for a competence that was really camouflage. That morning, the camouflage ran out. The second book is Sensory Intelligence by Annemarie Lombard. She is a South African occupational therapist, and she became a mentor to me. If Baron-Cohen explains why my mind is built the way it is, Annemarie explains why the room hurts, the lights, the noise, the open plan office. Reading her felt like reading my own biography. Please go and find her at sensoryintelligence.com. One caution, and I mean it sincerely: if you recognize yourself in any of this, do not diagnose yourself. Read, reflect, stay curious, and then go to a professional. All of us are irritated by too much light and too much noise. That alone does not put anyone on the spectrum. A proper assessment does not simply hand you a name, it teaches you what to do with it. So here is what I would like you to carry away. The mind that struggles in the room is very often the same mind that built the room. Read Baron-Cohen, then read Annemarie. And if you lead a team, understand this: you already employ pattern seekers, and some of them are exhausted, and you cannot see it because their competence is hiding it from you. I am not reporting this research to you. I lived inside it for 50 years without a name for it. If you would like, I will come and run this with your leadership team and help you make certain that the people who see your patterns are not quietly paying for the privilege.